TOS Part 1, Unexpected Discovery, the Cup-Stacking Spectacle. The convention center buzzed with electric energy as Jay Park adjusted his championship cup-stacking gloves. Sweat beaded on his forehead, not from nervousness, but pure concentration. Rows of transparent plastic cups gleamed under bright lights, waiting to be transformed into architectural marvels of speed and precision. Captain Hein Kim and his alien delegation stood frozen at the back of the hall, their silver metallic skin flickering through a rainbow of colors, a biological response to utter bewilderment. What humans saw as an epic competitive sport looked like absolute nonsense to extraterrestrial eyes. "Is this a serious activity?" whispered Kiro, the lead alien researcher, his translator device struggling to comprehend the complexity of human motion. Jay's hands moved like lightning. Stack, unstack, rebuild. Each movement calculated with millisecond precision. To an untrained eye, it might look like random chaos, but to those who understood, this was an art form, a dance of human coordination that defied logical explanation. The alien delegation watched, mouths agape, as Jay completed a pyramid formation in under 3 seconds. His fingers blurred, cups clicking together with machine-like rhythm, yet possessing an unmistakable human soul. Around him, other competitors moved with similar intensity. Some wore lucky headbands, others had personalized cup sets. This wasn't just a competition. It was a celebration of human potential, compressed into a performance that lasted mere moments. Cairo nudged his colleague. "They're organizing cylindrical objects into geometric patterns. And for what purpose?" The purpose was simple yet profound: to push human limits, to transform something as mundane as plastic cups into a canvas of human achievement. When Jay's final stack completed, the human audience erupted. Cheers, applause, high fives, a symphony of human connection and shared excitement. The aliens looked more confused than ever. "They're celebrating stacking cups," Kiro muttered, his skin cycling through shades of perplexed blue and shocked green. Captain Hein Kim just smiled. Something was happening here that transcended simple competition. This was a glimpse into the human spirit, the ability to find joy, challenge, and meaning in the most unexpected places. As Jay stepped off the stage, trophy in hand, he caught the alien's bewildered gaze and winked. Just another day of turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. The tournament continued, each participant telling a story without words, a story of focus, skill, and the uniquely human ability to make magic out of the most basic tools. Little did the aliens know this was just the beginning of understanding humanity's incredible capacity for transforming the mundane into the magnificent. Would you like me to continue with the same engaging style for the next parts? I can maintain this narrative approach that keeps the writing human-centric, simple, and interesting, while avoiding any potentially problematic content. The key is to make each section feel like a personal story, highlighting human creativity, passion, and the ability to find excitement in unexpected places. The language will remain conversational, direct, and focused on human experiences rather than technical descriptions. Shall I proceed with crafting the next part in this style? Part 2, the human entertainment puzzle. The research facility hummed with an unusual tension. Wu Li stood before a holographic display, his presentation about to unravel the most perplexing aspect of human culture: entertainment. Kiro and the alien delegation leaned forward, their metallic skin rippling with curiosity. What could possibly make humans transform the most ordinary activities into heart-pounding spectacles? The first image flickered to life: a hot dog eating contest. Dozens of competitors sat before mountain-high plates of hot dogs, determination etched across their faces. Some wore headbands, others had strategic water-drinking techniques. This wasn't just eating. This was warfare conducted with frankfurters. "Observe," Wu explained, his voice steady and passionate. "Humans don't just consume food. They turn consumption into a competitive art form." A video played of a massive stadium. Hundreds of people watched with religious intensity as a lean guy in a red shirt methodically devoured hot dog after hot dog. Each bite was a statement, each swallow a victory. The aliens looked horrified. Kiro's translator buzzed with confusion. They're competing to consume maximum calories. For what purpose? Wu smiled. This was more than food. This was human spirit distilled into pure, ridiculous passion. The presentation shifted. Extreme ironing appeared on the screen, people pressing clothes while performing dangerous stunts. One participant ironed a crisp white shirt while hanging from a cliff. Another pressed trousers mid-skydive. Humans create meaning where others see nonsense, Wu explained. They don't just do activities, they transform them. Gaming tournaments came next. Teenage players competed in virtual worlds, their reflexes superhuman. Millions watched online, turning digital battles into global events. Prize money reached millions, sponsorships, fame, all from playing video games, a competitive Minecraft. Building contest showed players constructing entire civilizations block by block. What looked like child's play to aliens was a complex display of creativity, strategy, and human imagination. Esports arenas packed with thousands of fans cheered for players who looked more like athletes than gamers. Each click, each strategic move was celebrated like a touchdown or a championship goal. They're not just playing, Wu said softly. They're writing stories, creating legends. The aliens struggled to comprehend. Where was the practical purpose? Why invest such emotion, such energy into activities that seemed pointless? But humans knew something fundamental. Life isn't just about survival. It's about turning every moment into an opportunity for joy, connection, and shared experience. Competitive knitting, extreme pumpkin carving, underwater hockey. Each activity revealed a deeper truth about human nature, the endless capacity to find excitement, to create meaning, to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Kiro's skin flickered between shades of amazement and confusion. They're not just participating, he whispered. They're celebrating existence itself. Wu nodded. This was humanity's true superpower, not technology, not strength, but the ability to find wonder in the most unexpected places. The presentation ended. Silence filled the room. The aliens had just glimpsed something profound, a culture that didn't just accept life, but actively reimagined it with every breathless, ridiculous, magnificent moment. Humans weren't just surviving. They were turning survival into an art form. Would you like me to continue with the same narrative style for the next parts? The goal is to keep the writing engaging, human-centric, and filled with the unique spirit of human creativity and passion. Part 3. The story behind every moment. Doctor. Seungmin's office wasn't a typical research space. Walls covered with photographs, newspaper clippings, and strange mementos told stories of human passion. Each item represented something more than just an object. It was a piece of a larger narrative. Humans are storytellers, she explained to Cairo, spreading out a collection of seemingly random items on her desk. A worn-out running shoe, a chess trophy, a well-used kitchen spatula. To an alien, these looked like meaningless objects. To a human, each was a chapter of an epic personal journey. She pulled up a video of a local pizza delivery guy who had turned his mundane job into an incredible adventure. Jake wasn't just delivering pizzas, he was creating a YouTube channel documenting his daily routes, turning every delivery into a mini-documentary of human connection. "Watch," Sung said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. The video showed Jake delivering to an elderly woman. Instead of a quick drop-off, he helped her arrange her groceries, listened to her stories about her late husband, and made her laugh. This wasn't just a pizza delivery. This was human connection transformed into art. Kiro's metallic skin flickered with confusion. "But it's just a pizza delivery?" Sung laughed. "That's exactly what makes humans extraordinary. We don't see things as they are. We see them as they could be." Another screen showed a warehouse worker who had transformed his repetitive job into a complex dance of efficiency. He'd created an intricate system of movement, turning package sorting into a choreographed performance. Co-workers would cheer, record his movements, celebrate his creativity. "Every task is a potential story," Sung explained. "Humans don't just do things, they transform them." She showed research documenting how people create entire universes of meaning around the most ordinary activities. A group of friends who turned lawn mowing into a competitive sport, complete with custom jerseys, point systems, and weekend tournaments. The aliens watched, increasingly perplexed. How could humans find so much joy in such simple things? A clip played of a retirement home where residents created elaborate theatre productions. Participants in their 80s and 90s dressed as superheroes performed Shakespeare, turned their living space into a stage of endless possibilities. "We don't accept limitations," Sung said quietly. "We reimagine them." She explained the psychological core of human creativity. It wasn't about the activity itself. It was about the story humans could create around it. A child's simple cardboard box becomes a spaceship. A mundane walk becomes an epic adventure. A routine job becomes a personal mission. Kiro's translator struggled to capture the complexity of human emotion. How do you explain a species that turns constraints into opportunities? A group that finds magic in the most unexpected moments? "Humans don't just live life," Sung concluded. "They narrate it. Every moment is a potential epic, every challenge, a hero's journey." The alien delegation sat in stunned silence. They were witnessing something unprecedented, a species that didn't just exist, but constantly reimagined existence itself. Outside the window, a group of kids turned a simple chalk drawing into an elaborate world-saving mission. A street performer transformed waiting for a bus into a moment of unexpected joy. This was humanity, not defined by grand achievements, but by the ability to find wonder in every single moment. Would you like me to continue with the same narrative? Approach for the next parts? The goal remains to keep the writing engaging, human-centric, and filled with the unique tweet. Part 4. The Dust Particle Revolution. The alien research team thought they'd found the ultimate challenge, a task so mind-numbingly boring that no species could possibly find excitement in it. Microscopic dust particle classification, the most mundane activity imaginable. They were about to learn the true meaning of human creativity. In a small lab in Seoul, Jin-ho received the challenge with a glint in his eye. What looked like a scientific dead end to aliens was about to become the next global entertainment phenomenon. Day one started innocently. A few researchers huddled around powerful microscopes, examining dust particles from different environments. A construction site, an old library, a mountain trail. Each particle told a story. By day 3, something extraordinary happened. Jin-ho and his team had created a complex scoring system that would make professional sports look simple. Points were awarded for particle shape, origin, complexity, and historical significance. "This isn't just classification," Jin-ho told his team. "This is detective work. Each dust particle is a tiny universe waiting to be explored." Social media exploded. Hashtags like Jaggi Dust Detectives and Chart Particle Champions started trending. People who had never looked through a microscope suddenly became dust particle enthusiasts. Twitch streamers jumped on the opportunity. Professional commentators who usually covered esports were now providing play-by-play analysis of microscopic discoveries. "Oh my God, look at that volcanic ash particle, absolute beast of a specimen." The International Dust Particle Classification Tournament was born. Teams from different countries began competing. Japan brought precision. Brazil brought creativity. The United States brought pure, unbridled enthusiasm. Each team had unique approaches to dust particle analysis. Live streams attracted millions. Viewers who couldn't understand the scientific complexity were captivated by the passion of the participants. It was like watching chess, but with microscopic particles. Sponsorships rolled in, custom microscopes, specialized lighting, high definition, camera equipment designed specifically for dust particle viewing. Kiro and the alien research team watched in absolute disbelief. What was meant to be the most boring task imaginable had transformed into a global spectacle. Local bars started hosting viewing parties. People would gather, drink beer, and cheer for their favorite dust particle researchers. Betting websites created odds for particle classifications. Professional gamblers analyzed team strategies. Jin-ho became an unexpected celebrity. Talk shows invited him to discuss the intricacies of dust particle research. Children started microscope clubs in schools. Universities developed specialized dust particle classification courses. The international tournament finale was held in a massive stadium. Thousands attended in person, millions watched online. Professional dancers performed. Interpretive dances representing different dust particle types during breaks. When the Korean team won, the crowd went absolutely wild. Confetti shaped like microscopic particles rained down. The winning team was lifted on shoulders, celebrated like Olympic champions. Kiro's skin cycled through colors of pure confusion and grudging respect. They turned dust into entertainment? Human researcher simply smiled. We don't see limitations, we see possibilities. The dust particle classification challenge had become more than a scientific task. It was a celebration of human imagination, a testament to the ability to find excitement in the most unexpected places. Humanity had done it again, transformed the impossible into the incredible. Would you like me to continue with the same narrative approach for the final part? The goal remains to keep the writing engaging, human-centric, and filled with the unique spirit of human creativity and passion. Part 5. The Galactic Revelation. The intergalactic conference hall buzzed with an unusual tension. Alien delegates from hundreds of civilizations waited to hear the final report on humanity, a species that had defied every known expectation of intelligent life. Kiro stepped forward, his metallic skin shifting through colors that reflected deep internal conflict. How could he explain a species that transformed everything it touched into something extraordinary? Humans, he began, his voice trembling slightly, are not just a civilization. They are living, breathing stories. The holographic display behind him flickered with images that told humanity's incredible narrative. Cup-stacking champions, competitive eaters, dust particle researchers, extreme ironers. Each image was a testament to human creativity. Representatives from advanced civilizations leaned forward. Some looked confused, others looked intrigued, a few looked genuinely terrified. Kiro shared documented evidence of human innovation, not technological innovations, but something far more profound, the ability to create meaning from nothing, to turn limitations into opportunities, to find joy in the most unexpected moments. We studied their entertainment, Kiro explained, expecting to find primitive recreational activities. Instead, we discovered an entire species that doesn't just live life. They continuously reimagine it. The presentation showed how humans transformed every single experience into a potential epic. A pizza delivery became a documentary. A boring office job became a choreographed performance. Dust particle research became a global championship. They don't see the world as it is, Kiro continued. They see the world as it could be. Alien delegates watched footage of human creativity. A group of seniors turning a retirement home into a Shakespeare theatre. Children transforming a simple chalk drawing into an elaborate adventure. Street performers who could turn waiting for a bus into a moment of unexpected magic. What made humans unique wasn't their technology or their physical abilities. It was their capacity to find wonder in every single moment. The presentation highlighted humanity's core strength, narrative creation. Humans didn't just do things, they told stories about doing things. Every activity became a hero's journey. Every challenge became an opportunity for personal and collective triumph. They are storytellers, Kiro said softly, but not in the way we understand storytelling. For humans, every moment is a potential story. Every task is a potential adventure. The alien delegation sat in stunned silence. Some of their technological achievements seemed mundane compared to human creativity. Humans had discovered something more powerful than advanced machinery, the ability to create meaning. Extreme examples filled the screen. People who turned lawn mowing into competitive sports, warehouse workers who transformed package sorting into choreographed performances, competitive knitting championships, underwater hockey leagues. We came expecting to study a primitive species, Kiro concluded. We discovered something entirely different, a civilization that doesn't just survive, a civilization that continuously reimagines what's possible. The final slide showed a simple message. Humans masters of turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. When the presentation ended, something unprecedented happened. The entire galactic conference gave a standing ovation, not to technological achievements, but to the pure, unbridled human spirit of creativity. Humanity had been recognized not for its weapons, not for its technology, but for its incredible capacity to find joy, meaning, and adventure in every single moment. The universe would never be the same. Would you like me to elaborate on any aspect of this final part? The narrative aims to capture the essence of human creativity, passion, and the unique ability to transform ordinary experiences into extraordinary stories. Spirit of human creativity and passion.